What is going on, guys? Welcome one all to yet another video in the world of Dislyte Experts Radio version previews. If you guys don't know what these are, I react to these videos for a mix of amusement and other reasons. But anyways, so this is the newest one, which is called Exposé, with a weird, I don't know, anyway. Once again, same scenario as like the last version preview. There hasn't been a task released yet for this version preview, which makes me think that either the developers are delaying it for a different date, or they forgot. Probably the first one, because if we've seen how I did with the last version preview, that got taken down on Monday by me, and then re-uploaded on Wednesday so that I could submit it. That's probably what's going to happen with this version as well. So, I don't know yet, but we'll see how this goes. And if it does happen again where the developers give a task for this reaction video, then I'll do the exact same thing as I did last time with the last event, which was get up in the morning at 6 in the morning, upload the video, submit the forms, and done. And just so everybody knows, yes, that's what happened last week. No, not last week. The last time they did a version preview for this one, which was the Farewell Fireworks event. Now, just like the last one, there's going to be a few alterations to this one. Nothing major, just small changes here and there. The first thing that's going to happen, the original intro and outro are going to be cut out. Which has a good reason, because this time, the developers have put ads in the videos for their games and, well, you know, YouTube ads. That's about it, I could say anyway. The intro and outro will be cut out at a certain point, which is good for me because, yeah. Certain jokes they make in the video can get cut out, or if my enragement happens, which sadly it did in this video, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'll talk about it later in another video if we ever have to do it. Probably patch notes if that happens, but that's a question mark. And that's about it, really. So, yeah. Also, I know there hasn't, as of this moment, I know on Saturday, there was no upload for that. I want to quickly explain this right now. I was exhausted because I had some problems with my, something I ate on Friday, and which was pizza, and I just couldn't sleep because I got a stomach ache. Again, I'm going to mention this in any other video I have for tomorrow, which is on Sunday. I just wanted to get this out now because I want to explain, in case you were curious. But anyway, without further ado, let's start the video now. Oh no, it's not on mining.
Looks like everything I need to photograph is right here. It'll definitely make headlines! I'll deliver my final judgment when the moon arises.
Wait, what? Okay, let's just pause for a sec. I just gotta compose myself for a bit. What in the world just happened? So it's a bunny eating a strawberry sandwich. Okay, let's just go back for a second, explain what this Esper is. So, this person, actually, we can just play this and see their name. Fumitsuki, who is Kaguya Hime. Okay, well, one thing I could say for sure is that Fumitsuki is someone who wants to be a photographer. with the newspapers, because I saw, like, articles in newspapers. So, yeah. Anyway, just like my every other video I do, we need to figure out this god/goddess, because I've never heard of Kaguya. I've heard of Kaguya as a character, but I've never heard of Kaguya Hime. So, I looked up Kaguya Hime. I've looked this up, but the problem is, the article leads to an actual name, like the Shining Princess. That doesn't tell me anything of this character. Well, not Fumitsuki, but the goddess or god. It doesn't say anything about it. Like, I couldn't find any info about it. Like, I've heard of Kaguya, but not this goddess. It could be Japanese. It could be Chinese. Well, it's not Egyptian. It could be like one of the two. It could be Japanese or Chinese mythology. It might also be Korean. It's one of those three, okay? That's all I know. Now, just to remind people, this is not my actual mindset or like the actual proof says that it's one of those three. It could be like some other mythology we've never heard of or something along those lines. But that's all I have to say.
Protect this land from degradation to safeguard peace throughout the nations. Oh. You call that magic? I got news for ya.
Okay. Whoa! Okay, we got ourselves a new Shimmer Legendary. Great! So we got Aiki, who is Tatsukiyomi. Tatsukiyomi. This might be a Chinese god or goddess, but there's one way to find out. Is we look this up. Okay, I finally found some info on this god. Actually, it's a goddess. So, Tsukuyomi no Mikoto is the Japanese god of the moon. Oh. It looks like a woman to me, but we're not going to try to do anything. Anyway, a proud deity of order and beauty, the estranged husband of the sun. Hang on a minute. Oh wait, no, never mind. No, goddess Abbas. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm looking too far ahead. It's the sun goddess Amaterasu. I have heard of Amaterasu a number of times in video games. Now, Dragalia did also have Amaterasu as well, but I have also heard it in another game, which is called Bravely Second, which is a game that is on the Nintendo 3DS. Tsukuyomi spends eternity chasing her across the sky. Oh, I see. So, this god, Tsukuyomi is chasing Amaterasu. That's really what the day-night cycle is. Because at the moment it's currently daytime, so it'd be Amaterasu. So as soon as she goes to the side, down into the distance, Tsukuyomi will rise and it becomes nighttime. Pretty clever. Like, actually, do we even have Amaterasu as, like, a goddess in Dislyte? I don't know.
No.
All the world's a stage. So break a leg.
Oh.
Let come what comes. I'll be revenged most thoroughly.
Okay, I don't understand. Again, this is the exact same scenario that I've said before in the past with events. This didn't need an event, and what do the developers go? How about we just go ahead and say this could be an event? Exposé event. What? I know what some of you are probably saying. You're probably saying, "Oh, didn't you say like in a previous video that you're getting used to seeing events?" I'm getting used to events showing up daily, or in every single version. But the bad events, like, this is going to be a thing that I'm going to say right now with this event. It's going to have a good story, but the problem is, it's just not needed. There's another event that follows this exact same trend. It's the Cell Block Chaos event. Was another event that didn't need to be a thing. And, well, here we go again. Well, on the plus side, though, I will say this. We get the Reincarnation Tower back. Which is actually one of my favorite events in Dislyte, because you get to test drive all the espers in the game, regardless what they are. If you haven't gotten your hands on certain characters, like if you don't have Li Guang, you can use her in this one. If you don't have Clara, you can use Clara in this one. If you don't have Ife, you don't have Ife in this. You can use Ife in this one. If you don't have Toland, you can use him. Any Esper in the Tower of Reincarnation. This is just by far one of my favorite events, because you get to experiment with every single Esper in the game, regardless what they are. Even Everett. And as a fun fact, everybody, I've finally gotten 25% of the progress needed to... Well, actually, not 25%, but I made progress on getting Everett. I've gotten Shadowfire to S tier, to S rank. I don't have proof on footage, but we have an S rank. The only thing I need to do now is I need to try and get my hands on Shadow Stream and Shadow Gale, or whatever the win one is. Shadow Gloom doesn't count, though, because you need Andros. Okay, and Sieg returns. Anyway, Spring Puzzle. Okay, so we've got a puzzle for this event. Okay. Yes. Here's phase 2. Also, fun fact, by the way. I released an episode for the Traces and Clues phase 1. And somebody hates it. I don't know who hates it, but just to be clear, if you hit the dislike button because you're saying, oh, come on, I'm going to hit the dislike button because you don't have the entire story. You can't show the entire story! I'm not mad with the developers about this idea, because you need to wait. And just so everybody knows, I'm going to release a video showing the entire story later, once all the footage has been revealed. Otherwise, you're just going to waste my time by saying, oh, it's another dislike button. Even though the dislike button does nothing, it just means nothing to me. Anyway. But apart from that, it's going to be Ancient Ape... Oh, for God's sake. I'm not joking when I say this, but I actually had in my head, I was thinking like, oh, it's going to be something unique. Ancient Apep. That's not a... Like, I'm just going to say this, but I thought of clever names than Ancient Apep. I thought of Corrupted Apep. Forgotten Apep. Destructive Apep. Venomous Apep. Ruinous Apep. But we get Ancient Apep. Which means that now that I see this, I think I know what's going to happen. What we're going to be having is, not only are we going to have Ancient Cross, which is as of this moment, but we also have Ancient Apep. It's going to be Ancient Fafnir, which I'm going to say is the bad name, and then maybe Ancient Andros, or a unique boss. We won't know because we still have 2 more versions from now. Alright. Okay.